Richo, I'm so excited to show you my Indian halwa with a blueberry twist. I'm going to use these Perfection Blueberries and put them through the halwa, and that's my little Preeyaism.
I like that.
Yeah, good. So it's a little bit of a twist on a traditional Indian dessert. Now, I need to use ghee for this recipe. In moderation, I truly believe that everything's okay for you.
So ghee's the fat part of the butter?
Yes, it is.
Great, I love that. And use it a lot in Indian cooking for savoury and for sweet as well.
Yes.
It's a beautiful, flavoured fat. I call it a fat, but it actually gives it so much flavour, doesn't it?
It does. And look, I wouldn't normally use this. So a lot of Indian recipes where it calls for this ghee, I tend to substitute with extra virgin olive oil. But you need it sometimes and you love it and you enjoy it and you mindfully eat it.
It's dessert, so it's
Correct.
got to be good. It's all
Correct.
about the warm, fuzzy feeling you have when you eat lovely, sweet desserts.
Correct, agree. I've got my ghee, it's melted, okay, so it's gently melted, and I just chuck in cloves and cardamom pods whole. Now, this is my family recipe. This is where we kind of digress slightly. We just chuck them in and have a little bit of fun with it, okay?
I can smell the cardamom. It is really, it's an amazing spice.
Yes.
So strong, and it just lends itself to Indian cooking, you know, the Middle East. It's a fantastic spice to use.
It does. It brings back a lot of nostalgia for me. I'm smelling this and going, oh my goodness, I'm in the family kitchen at home. It's like I'm already happy. But I'm with Richo.
Exactly.
So weird.
This is
so
our family
weird.
kitchen, right here.
This is our family kitchen. Okay, so semolina goes in now. Now, I like to use the coarse semolina, but you can use whatever you prefer. And you just want to keep mixing this round, Richo, and you want to get it golden.
Okay. So it's like making a roux almost, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
I would use flour and butter together. You're using ghee and semolina.
Yes, correct. So you want to keep tossing this. So if there's anything my mother tells me when she taught me this recipe, it's you cannot burn the semolina. So keep mixing it.
Okay, is that almonds are chopped really well?
Perfect.
Okay, so these have been roasted, the skin's taken off them. I've roughly chopped them ready to go in later on.
Perfect.
Great,
Thank you, Richo. This is now where it should be. It's got that slightly golden hue. That's when you know you're ready to move to the next step. So I'm putting these Perfection berries in, and I'm going to add, you can use whatever sweetener you want. So you could add honey, you could add maple syrup, but I'm going to use some natural sweetener made from monk fruit. And I'm just putting about a tablespoon of that in there.
Now, when you use this, that's the same as sugar, isn't it? A tablespoon of sugar is equal to the same amount as that.
Instead of sugar. It's a way to reduce your sugar intake, so that's why I'm doing it. Now, I've got some boiling water, Richo, which I'm just going to pour in here, and I put about, you know, a cup and a half.
It's not accurately measured. You just sort of work it out as you go. You get
You
the
do.
right amount.
You might need to add more water if you're noticing that it's getting too thick.
Okay, gotcha.
You can never take it out, is what my mother says. So you always go with less.
Gotcha.
And you can add more. Now, could you chuck in the beautiful chopped almonds, please, Richo?
That in there. Now, if I didn't have the almonds, could I use pistachio, cashew nuts?
Improvise.
Great. I like that.
Do what you like. Go for it. And you want to keep stirring it on the heat so that it doesn't thicken too much. And slowly the berries release their sweetness.
And you want them to sort of pop open and,
A little bit.
and bleed into the actual
Yes,
pudding.
you do. See, it's slowly happening and it's thickening. So I'm going to add a touch more water.
I'm just
Teeny tiny bit, yes?
This could be a great breakfast porridge, couldn't it?
It could. I mean, yes, it could. I would say this is a treat, a sometimes food perhaps, but it could be a sometimes breakfast, sure.
Why can't breakfast be a treat? That's
It
what I
can,
think.
sure,
Yeah, I like that.
absolutely.
I like
Now
that.
that's pretty much done. So I'm going to take that off the heat so it stops cooking. So Richo, what tops this off is some ice cream.
Gotcha.
And you have very kindly got some smashed cardamom seeds, the stuff inside the pods, and you've crushed it for me.
So these tiny little seeds here.
Yes, it takes it off with a bang.
In there?
Chuck it in.
Bang!
Go
Oh
for
my
it.
God,
Bang.
it just went off.
You can feel it.
I can feel
now,
it.
could you do a fancy little ice cream thing for me? I'm going to put a dollop of blueberry halwa on here. Oh, can you smell the cardamom?
It is really strong. I love cardamom.
So this is not traditional. The blueberries are not traditional, but I promise you they pop in your mouth and they're beautiful.
Pop that on there like that. That's just coming off nice and easily. That'll melt into it beautifully. And I've got a little spoon here. Is that what you're looking for?
Thank
one
you.
for you, one for me?
Go for it. I'm interested to hear your opinion. With this recipe, you can get some cardamom pods and cloves that kind of get in your mouth and cause a bit of havoc, but it's actually part of the fun.
I love the spice in there. I think it really adds to it. Now, I like things a lot sweeter, but that is quite nice. And with the ice cream, it works really well. And, you know, I could have that for breakfast with ice cream, cream, yoghurt, everything. It's got a really nice flavour to it.
Well, you could actually have that for breakfast and just put some yogurt on top, absolutely.
Perfect.
But that is just putting a bit of a spin on a really traditional Indian recipe, and I think those berries take it to the next level.
Fantastic twist.